afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to afternoon news source only here at Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. I'm Chynna Basillaje, bringing you today's top stories. Now let's move on to today's headlines. Vivencio Vince Dizon officially took his oath as the new Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways before President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. at Malacanang Palace on Monday. He replaced Manuel Manny Bonoan, who resigned from the post. The leadership change comes amid corruption allegations in flood control projects. President Marcos tasked Dizon to conduct a full organizational sweep of the DPWH and ensure government funds are used properly. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee on Monday cited in contempt several contractors who repeatedly failed to attend its hearings on alleged anomalies in flood control projects. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa made the motion, which was approved by panel chair Rodante Marcoleta, paving the way for possible arrest warrants. The Senate had earlier issued subpoenas against the firms. Also present in the hearing was former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan, whose resignation takes effect September 1, 2025. Meanwhile, Sara Diskaya confirms her family owns 9 construction companies. She says they have completed approximately 400 projects with the DPWH since 2012 and have participated in many biddings beyond just flood control projects. Senator Erwin Tulfo expressed visible anger at PCAB officials for their inaction over the past 3 years.
Investigation siguro sa mga maliliit, pero kung mga malalaki na kagaya nito, wala ho kami naririnig. Bakit 15 po sila na nagkunsabahan, binulsa yung pera ng bayan, 1.3 trillion, wala tayong narinig. Ngayon, nandito kayo, nagpapaliwanag, sasabihin nyo, meron kayong quasi-judicial. Nasaan yung quasi-judicial? Bakit yung pinayagan nangyari? 2022 hanggang 2025, 3 years, engineer. Wala kayong ginawa, hindi nyo kinansela yan. Isang kumpanya, tatlo pa, yung isang may-ari. Wala kayong ginawa. Ngayon, pinapakita yung sa amin dito na meron kayong ganito, meron kayong... Nasaan yun sinasabi mo? 3 years.
I understand very well your concerns, Your Honor, and I appreciate that very much. However, PCAB does not play any part in the implementation of the project.
I'm not saying part of the implementation. Yung pag-apply lang at engineer ng license. Kasi pag na-blacklist yung... Gano'n naman ho, hindi nyo ba alam na gano'n ang kalakaran ngayon? Or you don't have any idea? Na pag na-blacklist itong kumpanya na ito, gagamit ng ibang kumpanya o magbubukas sa ibang kumpanya. Alam niyo ba yun? Hindi. You know that, right?
We hear that every now and then, Your
You
Honor.
hear that, but you don't investigate. Na pag na-blacklist ng DPWH o ng kung anong ehensya, papalit ng pangalan or tatayo ng pangalan para makapasok ulit.
Actually, Your Honor, when a company is blacklisted by any government agency, then we actually suspend their licenses.
Well, hindi ko maintindihan na engineer, wala naman po na suspend sa 15 na yan di po ba? Wala ho kayo, hindi ko alam kung nagtatanga-tangahan kayo, hindi niyo alam trabaho o natapalan lahat ng mga mata ninyo ng salapi, kaya ho ganon. Balikan kita mamaya, Mr. Chair. Investigation.
Acting Philippine National Police Chief Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. clarified Monday that the PNP has no quota arrest policy. The statement came after advocacy group Kapatid urged him to overturn former Chief General Nicolas Torre III's directives linking promotions to arrest numbers. Nartates said police actions are guided by data on wanted persons, not quotas. He assumed office on August 26, replacing Torre, who was relieved following a dispute with the National Police Commission. The Commission on Election is set to seek an additional 4 billion pesos for 2026 following the rescheduling of the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan polls. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signed a law moving the elections from December 2025 to November 2026. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia said the extra funds will cover ballots, precincts, teachers, and supplies for nearly 2.8 million new voters. This will be on top of the 11.52 billion peso budget already recommended by the DBM. The Department of Foreign Affairs rejected China's warning on alleged rising crimes against Chinese nationals in the Philippines, saying it mischaracterizes the situation. Beijing issued an advisory urging its citizens to be cautious, citing worsening public security. The DFA stressed that Philippine authorities are addressing all reported crimes, including those involving Chinese nationals. The agency reaffirmed the country's commitment to constructive dialogue with China, citing the recent joint consular consultations held in Beijing. Motorists will face higher pump prices this week as oil firms announce another round of increases. Starting Tuesday, September 2, Caltex, Sea Oil, and Shell will raise gasoline by 0.70 centavos per liter, diesel by 1 peso, and kerosene by 0.70 centavos. And Clean Fuel and Petrogas will implement the same changes, excluding kerosene. The Department of Energy earlier projected hikes due to declining U.S. inventories and new U.S. tariffs on India. This marks the third straight week of gasoline price increases. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index opened the week lower, slipping 32.29 points or 0.52% to close at 6,123.28. All shares also dropped 10.75 points to 3,676.13, and most sectors were in the red, led by financials and services, while property and mining and oil posted gains. Among the most active stocks, BDO and PLDT declined, while Ayala Land and Apex Mining advanced. Trading remained mixed as investors weigh global market uncertainties. Filipino fans in Dubai are in for world-class basketball as Barangay Ginebra and San Miguel Beer face off in the Philippine Cup on October 26 at the Coca-Cola Arena. Part of the PBA's 50th anniversary, the clash marks the league's return to Dubai after 6 years. Defending champion San Miguel, led by Junmar Fajardo, battles Ginebra's Scottie Thompson and Japet Aguilar in a highly anticipated rematch of last season's semifinals. Game time is 6 p.m. local, 10 p.m. Manila. Ellen Adarna's recent Instagram stories have sparked public curiosity, with many wondering if her posts hint at her private life. This comes amid rumors of a split with husband Derek Ramsey, which the actor has firmly denied. Ellen shared messages about the postpartum stage when mothers experience physical and emotional changes that may cause mood swings. She has two children, Elias Modesto with John Lloyd Cruz and Lily, her daughter, with Derek. And Katribo, did you know on this day in 1957, the Philippine General Hospital, which is now one of the country's largest public hospital, was officially inaugurated in Manila. Serving millions of Filipinos, PGH has become a cornerstone of medical training, research, and public health, playing a vital role in the nation's healthcare system. And viral now on social media is Ann Curtis' Lambada trend entry with Solen Yusaf, Isabel Daza, Liz Uy, and Georgina Wilson, captioned, "GC finally made it out." The clip wowed netizens with their timeless beauty and charm. The video has already hit 4 million views and over 500,000 likes on TikTok. Happy Neil Day! Before we wrap things up, we'd like to extend our warmest greeting to one of our outstanding reporters, Mr. Neil Alcober. We wish you a very happy and prosperous birthday. May the Almighty God bless you with good health, lasting happiness, and all the wonderful things life has to offer. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. for more updates. I'm Chynna Basillaje, and this has been Tribune News on Q.